Alright guys, we are back to episode 4 of NORDERRA. Sorry about that. We had an accident, the power strip was hit, everything went off. So, sorry about that. Last we left off, we were issuing out food during breakfast, and we'll let you guys go back to role-playing.
Alright.
I will approach... Axactyl?
A hyacotl.
Look.
A hyacotl.
A high.
A high. I'm gonna write a thing.
The X is pronounced as an H.
A high, a coddle.
Unfortunately,
a hyacotl. Okay.
Unfortunately, if that's spelled, I cannot spell it in your language. So. Squiggle.
Yeah. Greetings, hyacotl.
Ah, yes. What can I do for you?
Loki was wondering if he could just pet Quick.
If he allows it.
I will approach Quick. Hello, Quick. May I pet you?
Animal handling.
I'm not conveying any distress to the idea. Just
16?
He will allow you to approach, but he's not going to let you touch him. He'll get up and kind of go to move away when you get too close.
I'll just kind of go like this. Like, and I'll wait for him to come to me then.
He's just staring at you.
I'll just wait.
Can I do
an insight to see what he's trying to do?
It's fairly obvious. He's trying to befriend the cat.
I'll grab one of my rations and give it to him.
Oh, you don't need to do that too. I can do that. I'll take out one of my rations.
Okay.
My meat rations.
Animal handling.
Okay. Take it. Get ready.
20.
He will sit down and eat the meat ration, and for as long as it takes him to eat it, he will let you pet him.
Okay. I'll kind of scritch him on the side and then behind the ear.
His ears will flap.
And then I'll kind of just rub the top of his
You
head
notice
gently.
the top layer of his hair is very coarse and rough.
Mm-hmm.
But as you pet him, he gets a little softer as the undercoat starts to come through. But you can feel the muscles on the cat, and it's even though you're large size, you wouldn't want to tango with this thing.
Mm.
How would you say Tickles is reacting to the large cat?
Give me a wisdom save for Tickles.
Wisdom save, not 20.
Curious, excited, wants to go play with it, but is scared. That's a big cat compared to her.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, near the end when it's almost done, I'll just kind of go like that, and I'll give it a few like butt pats. Cats like those, so.
He'll look,
Mm-hmm.
just to make sure you just pet him, and then he'll walk off.
Does the dire leopard have any scars, stitches, or incisions on its flank? You know, like the oxen.
No.
It can't be too third.
I am not using my boon companion to transport meth. Okay.
We don't know that.
Well, unless you feel like reaching in there to find out, you're gonna have to take my word for it.
As long as
Trust me,
there's not
this is
a
gonna
sack
hurt
of
me a
fireballs
lot
in there.
more than it's gonna hurt you.
I need
You are
perception
gonna bite
checks
me.
from everyone at camp.
Did you say perception?
Yep.
All right.
Nine.
18.
16.
20 from me and 21 from Quick.
No, just you.
Oh, just me? 20.
Real bad.
30.
9.
Sucky 12.
What did Hild get?
16.
So everyone except you two will notice that Quick goes over and lays underneath one of the trees with the shade and is like licking his paw. I mean, these things are.
Didn't
Him's
like
got big murder mittens.
And he's like cleaning himself, and then out of your peripheral vision, you just see Tickles kind of like prowling towards him, and then you just see Quick is cleaning himself, and then his eyes just look right at the cat, but then ignore it and goes back to what he's doing.
Okay.
And then you notice, I need you to roll a wisdom save for Quick.
Fortunately, has okay wisdom because he's an animal. 19.
So Quick will not view it as a threat and will be playful. All of a sudden, you see Tickles bamf and appear on top of its head and starts chewing on his ear. And was like playing, and then Quick just hits the ground, rolls, bamfs, appears on his tail. And they play for a few minutes, and then finally Quick stands up and is like, does that cat growl thing that I'm terrible at. And then she'll kind of, the hell? And then you notice it now because of the round. And you see them over there playing.
Is it clear that they're playing, or is there...
It looks like Quick has reached a point where he's like, okay, I'm done.
Okay.
But they were playing.
Okay.
But
Will-
Tickles knows, and she leaves.
Okay, good.
She understands.
Good.
But she comes over like she's victorious, like she's defeated some beast in the wilderness.
Did we make a new friend? Yeah, you did. Of course, they're talking in twin speak, so you guys have no idea what they're saying, but
Yeah. It sounds like kitschy kitschy coo.
basically.
So what are you guys doing? You guys gonna head to the temple now?
Refresh my memory. The monolith was somewhere else.
On the way to the temple.
Okay.
We will also tell you about the bridge that we found and show you the symbols on the that were on the bridge.
You speak that language?
Oh, yes.
Hi,
Can you show?
Kodo.
Yes.
Hi, Kodo.
River.
What do these symbols mean?
Do you draw them out for me? Or?
Yes.
Okay.
So the symbols that are on the bridge translate to walk upon the bridge with complete faith, and the bridge will take you to your required destination. You know the bridge to be a spiritual or magical item.
Okay.
Nobody really messes with it because if you don't know how you're using it, you can get lost. People have been sent into stone. Like they didn't exactly go into the tent they wanted to go into, so they're like half in the tent and half out of it and end up dying. People are like, I want to go visit the gods. They go up in the sky near the sun because the sky and the sun is their literal representation, and then they just pancake.
Gravity.
So your people really don't fuck with the bridge.
Do not touch the bridge unless you know exactly. I mean exactly what you want. In which case, I would just say, even then, just leave it be.
Leave the bridge alone.
The twins are really tempted to just leave this whole thing now.
You will get exactly what you ask for, whether you want it or not.
Wishing bridge.
Didn't you take a rubbing of the monolith? I thought I heard somebody say
Someone
they were
else
rubbing.
did.
You mentioned it. You said no. He was doing something else. He was spearing the cloth. So there was no rubbing.
Never mind.
Is anyone brought up the
Spearing
monolith of the temple in front of me? Or are you just speaking about it as players?
Sorry, repeat
Probably not. I don't think anyone said anything yet.
Okay. My point is no one is in
Hunter was
conversation.
asking you out of game, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. We did just talk about the bridge, though.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'm sure we wouldn't have brought up the bridge if people weren't talking about
Oh.
like the temple and everything. So
Of course, yes. So, the temple. That's where this demigod's family is trapped, correct? That's what he told us.
You shark valid. Why didn't you mention this before?
We just.
Loki assumed your people knew.
are these your gods?
So, this is what you know. Based on what you're taught in the tribes, you know that there is a temple located somewhere on the southern coast. Your people don't normally go this far, so they just say southern coast.
No.
And in the temple is supposed to be the resting place of it's supposed to be the resting place of the first chief of the Niskethian people before they broke up into tribes. That's what the legend says anyway. Inside of there is supposed to be an ancient vault that holds the wealth of Nisketh. Not sure if that's a true or if that's a fable. But also there is a religious parable or legend that you might know about. I'll have you roll a religion check at advantage because you're a local.
Alright. That's. Wait, fuck. History is. Wait, you said religion?
Yeah.
That's intelligence.
Is this anything that can be guidance or not?
No.
5.
It
Or
wouldn't have mattered.
2 4s, so yeah. I probably don't know.
So that's a 44.
Yeah,
And you add your religion.
Hey George,
Yes?
can you do me a favor real quick?
What do you need?
Can you go print another one of both of these for him? We don't have any extras.
Did you send me the file or?
Yeah, remember I sent them to your email?
Okay, yeah, I'll go take
So remember you got to do the skill thing, the renown, and the renown sheet.
Okay, it's gonna take me a minute because remember I turned my computer off. So.
I can just write this stuff down.
We can do it during break.
Okay.
We'll do it during break.
I can just write it down as it becomes relevant.
All right.
Alright.
So what did you get for religion?
5.
Okay. So you know that supposedly there was something that happened where the god's entire family, they got trapped down there because they angered the feathered serpent.
So a god's family, not a family of gods, if I understand you correctly.
It's the same thing.
Okay.
A god and his family, all except for one demigod and one mortal that was married into the family, all got trapped in the temple.
All convenience to you. I will make it clear that I believe that this wealth of Nisketh. Pardon me?
It's okay.
Wealth of Nisketh is a metaphor for something nebulous. I don't know what.
And what of this feathered serpent you mentioned?
Yes, Loki wanted to ask that
Quetzalcoatl.
as well.
I will describe him to you.
You can roll me a religion
Okay.
at advantage
Alright.
to see how much about him you actually know. I'm
I'm
gonna say you know the basics already.
Alright. 15.
Yeah, so you'll know the basics.
Okay.
So, if you guys go onto Discord and you read what Quetzalcoatl says, the feathered serpent, basically what he describes to you guys is he's the patron of science and learning. He's also the one that invented calendars and books. He's also the bringer of rain, and he says he is the symbol of intelligence and self-reflection.
It doesn't sound too bad.
And then, of course, there's Talwalk, who makes the sun come up and down. Teshkalpoko brings the rain and all these good stuff.
So do you know why he trapped this family of gods in this temple?
I have no notion, but seeing as he is the god of being wise, I would imagine it was a very good reason.
See, that's what I'm worried about.
But that wasn't there. Are you worried about it being a good reason, or worried about my understanding of it?
I'm worried about that we have a demigod who we can't seem to do anything against, who wants us to open that door.
Have you considered sacrificing someone to him?
Maybe the whole world. I don't know.
I'll assign something to you. Better off to tell him.
We'll just kind of nod.
One is usually.
What's that?
I said one is usually enough, but I'm not a priest, so I couldn't really tell you.
What do your people say about these gods? I mean,
The guys I mentioned to you?
yeah. Like, do they consider them a good thing to have around? I mean,
They're necessary to the... Wait, are you talking about the ones specifically in this temple?
well, if you know who they are, yes, but...
You actually don't know much about them. The history about them's been lost.
I don't know. They're there. They can't be that important. The world's still spinning.
True.
No, the gods are essential to the proper functioning of the universe, as it is. You know, as I said, sun goes up, comes down, rain falls, people learn things, time passes. All these are essential, and of course, they expect their due from us.
She'll roll her eyes at that.
Oh, did I even notice that? Probably not.
Yeah. Talking to us.
Yeah, it's 10 and whatever.
And
Besides,
yet-
I wouldn't be looking at you.
And yet, Loki, you said that Odin said to do this?
To help.
Okay.
Who?
Odin.
Oh, don't get him started on this. Are you offended if somebody claims
Odin.
their god is better than yours?
Well, I mean, they're wrong, so it doesn't matter.
Okay, if it doesn't matter to you, then go ahead.
Well, you are wrong.
Okay, you can believe whatever you want.
Well, I don't need to believe. Loki knows.
I will have you know, we're the people who keep the sun going up and down every day. So.
Audible.
What are you talking about? That is Soul.
Yes. And okay, you call him Soul. We call him
Soul is a woman.
Sure, whatever. We give hearts. Soul goes up and down. See, easy.
Soul does not require
She will
hearts.
walk away from him.
Okay, there's where you're mistaken. If it wasn't for us, people like you would be in the dark along with the rest of the universe. All right. You know, just go on. Just
So,
explain
Lionel,
more
how are you
future.
doing? What do you think about all of
Little
this?
man.
Just explain. Please, enlighten me.
The cats are just.
Odin is the All-Father, knower of all.
Ah,
He is the one-eyed god of the Aesir.
who I assume are your gods, or at least what you call them.
They are gods.
No, my point being that they might just be... We might be talking about the same gods under different names.
Loki has seen them firsthand. They live on the plane of Asgard, within their gold city.
At this point, I'm ready to believe just about anything. So, and this Odin stated that they must be freed.
He stated that Loki and his allies should help.
Did he say why? Out of curiosity?
He said that if it was his family, he would want them freed.
I suppose that's right. Besides, they've been in there long enough. Maybe they'll learn their lesson, huh?
If not, Odin could put them in their place.
Yeah. I'm agreeing with you. Yes, Odin.
And I'm over here inhaling ice cubes.
Regardless, we need to decide whether we are going to do this or whether we are going to not do this. We have an apparent god of wisdom telling us not to do it, or implying, since he's the one who put them there. And we have a god of what is Odin, like knowledge would be the best.
Knowledge, wisdom, and
Magic.
war, magic.
So we have one god of wisdom who put them there, and another god who's saying let them out.
This is all very confusing.
Sam.
Agreed.
How do do we not know if this Quetzalcoatl is actually a god of wisdom? Maybe they are a trickster god.
Could be.
But apparently you have the inn. Why don't you ask them?
I do not know this Quetzalcoatl.
Oh.
Odin only knows. The only trickster god Odin or Loki is aware of is Loki.
Two different Lokis. Don't worry about it.
That's right.
It's very helpful.
We know.
Babe, you want something?
Nothing. Can we take omens or something?
Yeah.
Alright. Perhaps we should ask the fire.
The fire.
Yes. Look for omens in the fire. It's very simple.
Of course. What were we thinking?
Anyone got any paper?
Oh yeah, we found 2 sheets of that.
Loki has runic bone dice.
I'll hand you a sheet of paper.
Okay.
Is it a piece of paper you found?
Yeah, it's so
Vellum or the paper?
the paper,
Okay.
not the parchment.
Okay.
I mean, we have our own because of the map making, but this is the one we found. It's
So
the
this
wreckage.
Okay, so High Cuddle is going to bleed himself from the lid onto the paper.
Mm-hmm.
Let it dry for a minute. Is the fire still going, or is it going up at this point?
Yeah, it's going. It is going, but she's unconscious.
The male will pick up Hill to put her
Okay.
into the lean-to.
Now this is a Mayan thing, so obviously whether or not it works is up to you. And you will cast it into the fire, see if anything happens.
Percentile.
All right. 32. So probably not.
Well, you roll to see if you did something to get their attention, and I roll to see if they notice.
Oh, okay. I don't want to look.
So
What did you roll?
32.
Okay.
So you guys know that when fire burns, as the little embers come up, and they usually kind of fade after a second.
Mm-hmm.
You see a big piece of the paper goes up and turns into an ember, and starts to float, and it starts to swirl in the air, and it starts to move towards the west coast. It starts to move through the air slowly.
And that's towards the temple?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Well, it looks like we have our answer.
Normal paper should have already burnt up by now. And it's actually moving towards the temple.
We'll lick our finger. Which way is the wind going?
It's moving against the wind.
That way. And it's going that way.
Well, that's interesting. So fire is destructive, and it's moving towards the temple, so we're supposed to destroy the temple?
Perhaps.
Let's
Loki is
go.
not completely sure.
I should have perhaps asked a more clear question.
I will pick up Hill to carry her so she's not left behind all by herself.
So the party is heading toward the temple.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll break down camp and head out.
Okay.
All right.
Sling the endless ale over the shoulder with the straps.
Hey, let me get a little more.
Hopefully we stop at the elbows on the way.
Here.
Yeah, we will.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to pause for our lunch break. It is 4:12. We're going to take an hour so everyone can eat and stretch their legs, let the puppies outside, and then I'm going to construct the temple on the table for the adventure going forward. And we will be back at exactly or close to 5 Central Standard Time, 5 p.m. We'll see you guys then.